Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Let's get going into the quote for today. You can look at the about or the description for the written out quote, but I'm going to read it right here. When you are in alignment with who you really are, you cannot help but uplift those with whom you come into contact. Your value to those around you hinges upon only one thing: your personal alignment with Source. And the only thing you have to give to another is an example of that alignment, which they may observe, then desire, and then work to achieve. But you cannot give it to them. Everyone is responsible for the thoughts they think and the things that they choose as their objects of attention. Yep, this is what we're talking about. So let's break this down. And the first thing I want to explain is who you really are. So it says, when you are in alignment with who you really are. Well, who are we? Well, the idea is that we are those of Source. We are those who are loving beings. We are how we feel when we are at our best. That is who we really are. We're people who grow. We're people who love. We're people who have joy and are growing and are experiencing this whole world. When we're in alignment, and when we're in alignment, we know when we're alignment. It's when everything seems great, when everything feels like it's just working and grooving and we feel like we're on fire. That is us in alignment. And when we are in alignment, we feel great. And that is who we really are. So that's the basis of the quote to explain and to talk about this further, who we really are. And when we are this person, we can't help but uplift others, meaning that we actually can't be much of service to anybody unless we are shining the bright, energy of who we really are. When we show up and we listen to other people's problems, or we look at problems in the world and we allow those problems to bring our energy down because we want to be real with it and acknowledge that it exists, now our energy is down. And from a down energy position, we can't do anything. Most people would disagree with this, right? Most people will think that you need to get into the problems and you have to work and you have to fight, and that's fine if everybody else in the world wants to live by that rule. But at the same time, if we're living by law of attraction, then we need to acknowledge that when we have great energy, we are propagating great energy, and when we have down energy, we are propagating down energy. So let's go to the next thing. So we can show people an example of that alignment. They can look at it. They can work to achieve that. They can set that as their example. And let's jump to the last sentence. Everybody's responsible for the thoughts they think and the things that they choose as their objects of attention. Yep, this is what's going on. We can teach people how to do this, but at the end of the day, do we have the discipline to look at what our energy is? Do we have the discipline to look at what thoughts we're thinking? And do we have the ability to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to start altering this. I don't want to just reflect what's going on in the world. And so really, we all have this ability, but do we know this? Do we practice this? You're here, you're learning law of attraction. You can't unknow this stuff. So continue learning, continue soaking this in. And at the end of the day, what I want to challenge you to do is to start to think, how am I feeling right now? What energy am I emitting? And can I improve that a tiny little bit? And that's it. And that's how we start this journey. So I hope that helps, a little perspective for the day. If you want to sign up for these quotes, just go to abrahamhicks.com and you can put your email in. I love them. I'm not affiliated in any way, just a big fan. For years and years, I wake up to having this quote in my inbox. And so I invite you to, follow them as well and get these quotes, and then come here if you want somebody to shed a little bit more light on what the quote means, because out of context, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Anyways, like, subscribe, follow, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later.